Good morning, world. Greetings from Thailand.
Yeah.
This is my friend Vaughn.
Yeah.
Right now, we're at Pongler Tactical annual meeting. And there's quite a lot of people this year. There's more than previous year.
Yeah.
Hey, crew. We've got several stages set up down that way. And we've got one stage here on this side. We've got people and tons of vendors. Lots of guys. It's gonna be a very busy day. Right now in Vegas, in the US, Las Vegas, Nevada, it's SHOT Show. And a lot of our normal group that would be here is there. So while we don't have a SHOT Show, we have a military expo that most civilians can't go to. You have to be inside the industry, firearms or military industry. We have this instead. And this is really great because it shows the tactical community in Thailand is growing. It's growing exponentially, very, very quickly. It's fun, it's exciting. Everybody gets to come and have a great time, show their equipment, show their guns, show their skills, and compete against one another in a friendly, competitive environment. This is what I've been wanting to see in Thailand for a long time, and it's really just now starting to come to fruition. This stage is what I would call headshot alley. You have to pick up the mannequin from the chair here, take a shot on 2 steel plates, 6-inch steel plates downrange, and then from there move forward and do 2 headshots, 2 headshots, 2 headshots, 2 headshots, 2 headshots, reload, 2 headshots and 2 headshots, all while carrying the mannequin. Which it's a very light mannequin, so it's not as difficult as it could be, but it's still challenging because you don't have the use of your arms and your hands as you normally would, and it makes reloads very difficult. This lane, in this bay, the goal is to fire with one hand, simulate an injury by tying off one hand, so you can only use a firing side hand. It's mostly headshots. It's a very small bay. It's very close ranges. It's still quite challenging, and you'll see people that are not accustomed to shooting with one hand trying all kind of things to compensate for the loss of that. Okay, so this is a simulated injury to the hand. He only has the use of his thumb. That's it. Okay. This stage here, they've covered up the dominant eye, and you're using your non-dominant eye to shoot. So it's forcing you to use your non-dominant eye to shoot. And these are small targets. They're not all headshots, but they're all small targets. This is probably the most challenging stage for most people because you're using your non-dominant eye to engage very small targets at distance, firing through a very small opening. And if you're not used to firing from behind cover or concealment, you're going to be muzzling the front end of that frame, and like he did. He had multiple stoppages or malfunctions because his front sight was catching on the frame of that little window target there. Hard. The most watched stage is this. So they have to come out of this vehicle, they're unloaded. Handguns are unloaded, rifles are in another vehicle. They have to move the large tire here, from there to there. They have to flip it 3 times. Then they have to run over here, get their rifles, get the ammo cans, and run to the blue barrels. Then they have to load rifles and engage in cross-firing on targets downrange, 6-inch plates downrange. Then they have to muzzle up, weapons on safe, run over to here and do the same. They have to cross-engage, and they're carrying that heavy ammo can again. Then they have to unload and run and fire with handguns from the final stage, and then drag on the sled, drag the ammo can back to where this tire is. So it's a very physical stage. It requires a lot of mental capacity, and it's not very easy. That's why it gets the most attention, and it requires teamwork and communication. So the can is supposed to have C4 explosives in it, which you got to be a little careful with. We'll follow the next shooters. And then flip the tire 3 more times. Back to the starting position. This keeps the referee from having to reset the range. It's a very good idea. This stage is one that not only tests your physical and mental abilities, as well as your training, but it also tests your equipment. You will notice a lot of equipment falling off on this range in particular, because they're bending, they're moving, they're picking stuff up, they're dragging things around, and they're running. So all that equipment shakes loose if it's not put on properly and falls off.
Viênสีดำเท่านั้นยิงสีดำเท่านั้นนัดหนึ่ง ระวังด้วยระวังปากกระบอกปืนระวังปากกระบอกปืนตังเอาเลยให้เขาเลย
Bring it up, bring it up.
เป้าเดียวเหลือเป้าเดียวเซฟเซฟปืนไว้เซฟปืนยกไปเร็วเจ้าโหลดเย็นก่อนตอนเย็นเลือกตามขั้นตอนโอเคยิงเนียนยิงเนียนเบาดำเบาเดียวโอเควางปืนเลยวางปืนเอาลังใส่เป้แล้วเข็นไปเลยลังใส่เป้เข็นไปเลยลากไปเลย
Our boss ไม่มีคนเตรียมพร้อมไหมคะ พร้อมเนาะ ready Are you ready Alright
Didn't warm up, didn't shoot, practice
เดี๋ยว
anything.
บอสยังใส่ไม่เสร็จเลยอย่าเพิ่งเรียบรวม
ครับพลังงานเหลือเฟือครับ
ออโต้ไหมโอ้บายบายไอ้ยะ
Thank you for joining us today, guys. For us, this was a great way for us to show our support for the Pongler tactical team and come as kind of a representative for Team Zero Thailand, as well as for Demos. We had a great time. We got to shoot, we got to play, we got to meet a lot of very interesting people, and we still have a lot going on. There's still going to be dinner and drinks and games and things like this. The shooting portion, however, is finished. It's completed. So with that, I'm going to save you the trip home. I'm going to save you the long, boring drive back home in the dark. And I'm going to say, we love you. We appreciate each and every one of you. And we wish you were here with us. Swadee Kap, Log On Kap, Chok Di.